Welcome back to CBS Sports HQ. I'm Jaclyn DeAugustino, hanging along Brady Quinn, Pete Prisco here in studio, and it is a time for That Is a Job For, presented by Jiffy Lube. And we're starting off talking about players or a player that needs to step it up going into Sunday. And Brady, we'll start with you, talking about the Bengals. Every time we've talked about them in the postseason and the regular season, it's been the O-line that has been a concern. They only allowed one sack against the Bills last week. But you still need them to step it up moving forward.
Yeah, we didn't talk about them really all year. It wasn't until they started getting a bunch of injuries. You know, now with Jonah Williams out, Lyle Collins out, I don't think Alex Kappa's going to go. So it's once again us focusing on how this offensive line plays versus the Kansas City Chiefs. They played great versus the Buffalo Bills. They were the more physical team, in particular running the football. I thought Jackson Carman did phenomenal. I mean, he is so athletic out there. He looks pretty natural at that left tackle spot. And Max Sharping did a good job as well, playing in the interior. So I suspect that gave them a boost of confidence. Different challenge, though, this time around, because I think Chris Jones is the best interior defensive lineman in the NFL right now. Now, that's obviously excluding Aaron Donald because of the injury this season, but that dude's a one-gap penetrator. He can get upfield. He can wreck the passing game, the run game, everything. So another huge challenge. And you still have some speed off of the edge with guys like Frank Clark and George Karlaftis. Their rookie's done a good job. So once again, I know we feel like we're beating a dead horse the past couple of weeks, but the onus is still going to be on the Bengals offensive line.
If Jackson Carman plays well again, does he stay there at left tackle? I mean, Jonah Williams wasn't playing that well. He just wasn't.
He looks so natural out there, moving in space. He's got strong arms. You can see when he shoots and he strikes. I mean, he stoned some guys.
It's funny because Adeniji was my spinning top as a guard last year. He won the year-end award. He was terrible. And everybody in Cincinnati said, well, he's miscast. He should be playing tackle. And he looks much better as tackle. Carman played guard. Didn't look good playing guard, looked much better playing tackle. Sometimes your position influences what you can do, and I think that factors there. So they played much better last week, and this is going to be a real challenge because of Chris Jones, though.
Yeah, Bengals losing 3 starting O-linemen since week 16. Now, for Pete, for you, you're going to the other side of this matchup. The guy that you want to see step up is on Kansas City.
Well, he needs to step up, Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's in a money run. Remember that. Never forget, he's in a one-year deal. He needs to play well in the postseason to get some. He didn't play well last week. He only had 2 catches. And if you look at the history of this series, the Bengals against Travis Kelce, what do? You know how the most catches he's had in any game against them is 5. He has 1 touchdown against them in 4 games. They do a good job on him. That means somebody else has to step up, somebody on the inside, because I think you got to get the ball out quick if Mahomes can't move around. So I think this is a big opportunity for Smith-Schuster to have a big day. I'm not saying he's going to get 7 for 120 in a touchdown, but he might get 6 for 75 and a touchdown. I think he needs to.
I don't disagree with that. I think he's had a harder time the longer he's played, obviously separating. He wasn't ever the fastest guy, and especially on this roster with guys like Sky Moore and Marquez Valdez-Scantling and Mecole Hardman, those sorts of players. He's not going to be close to that sort of speed. So they're going to be contested catches. I think Cincinnati probably feels comfortable with how they match up with him. But he's been that kind of reliable piece that stepped up at some times this season, even though it's his first year with the group. So I'm with you. He needs to have a big game. Someone else is going to have to step up outside of Travis Kelce, whether it's Juju Smith-Schuster or someone else on that roster.